This Best Ball Mania Draft edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog just launched their new ladders game where you can win up to 500 times your entry. Plus, when you use code SGPN, you can get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost, the bank account built for bettors. Sign today at edgeboost.bet with promo code SGPN and get a $25 matching deposit bonus.
Hey, this is Brandon Lang. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with our partner picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Happy Sunday, Sean.
Happy Sunday indeed. What's happening?
Yeah, schedule was reset a little bit. Had the Sunday trip home from Vegas.
Oh yeah, you were out there doing the virtual Kentucky Derby with Photo Finish Live with our buddy Bowser.
Very much a success. Also, pretty funny how interested drunk people are in a digital horse. So very successful. Shout out to Pick 3, one of the SGPN horses, took down.
Nice.
The first ever SGPN Classic. So yeah, it was a good time. Being in Vegas and coming back on Sunday morning has reset my week. I feel like I'm in a little bit of a fog right now.
Really?
Right to the youth.
Still in the Vegas fog.
Right to the youth sports streets. It's raining out here in Southern California, so it was just a relatively long day. Didn't get the full nap.
Yeah, my parents were in town. We had a nice weekend. Got some golfing in with my dad. That was fun. And then, fortunately, there was a nightmare scenario last night. So my mother-in-law, who watches our dogs watches our dog when we're out of town. A lot of times, she was going out of town, and she has these two, like 2-year-old Maltipoos that we agreed to watch while she was out of town. So we're watching these dogs, and they're like tiny little yappers, little Maltipoos. And Garth is a very tiny dog. Like Spuds is probably maybe bigger than Spuds on the desk is probably the same size as Garth. Probably weighs 14 pounds like Garth does.
I was gonna say Garth also, but light though. Not as Garth's not. He's a tall dog, but slender.
I mean, the real Spuds is built pretty heavy. This probably weighs the actual light probably weighs the same as Garth. But Garth, these two new dogs are there. They're a little nervous, a little scared. Garth alphas them and destroys all their dinner. So Garth eats 3 dinners.
Really?
Yes. While my wife is supervising. And then seems like things are fine. And then in the middle of the night, it is just
that is a
there is just shit everywhere. Because we give him like this fancy food, and my mother-in-law got like Kirkland Selects, basically. With the leftover horse parts they throw in a blender, and it was just everywhere. And then cleaned it all up. Put the dog bed in the wash. My wife's boiling rice. Okay, everyone back to bed. Then like 2.5 hours, there's just shit everywhere again. So that was my. I feel like I'm running a little bit on fumes.
Really? Okay.
Cleaning up a bunch of dog shit.
When it started with mother-in-law, I thought this, and I know you with your parents being in town, I did not expect we were ending with dog shit.
Shout out to the chat. Check it in. Japan with the dab time. Hooked on Bo Nix. Check it in as well. Love him. San Francisco 49ers saying came here from the Bet US basketball show. Did I miss the NBA picks? Oh, we'll talk a little NBA at the end of the show. Coming off a nice win there for the Warriors, getting it done. I was still surprised that the Warriors were a dog against the Rockets in a game 7. Like there was just no way they were going to lose 3 games in a row.
Scripted drama has been great.
But I also thought they were going to win game 6. So yes, as a 49er, we'll get to a little NBA. And of course, I do a Bet US NBA show every Monday through Friday, noon East, 9 a.m. Pacific. Check it out. And Matt in the chat saying it won't ever be clean again. No, these dog beds we have, it's great because they zip off the cover. You can throw them in the wash, and they do all right. They've seen hell and back again.
Shout out to Garth.
Yeah,
for indulging himself.
Good dog. But
I feel the same way. If you didn't see, I posted a picture of Bad Soy Boy last night, indulging.
Oh,
in some,
really?
Some delicious Wagyu.
You ate meat, Ryan.
Oh my god, man! Let me tell you, I feel it today, Sean.
That inflammation.
I'm stiffing all the joints.
So if you're new to these best ball drafts, we do the it's a great way to talk off season NFL. We do a best ball mania draft. Very fun. And again, if you're not familiar with best ball, pretty easy. You just draft your team, and then the best version of that team gets played. You don't have to add anyone. You don't have to drop anyone. There's no waiver wires, which I love. And you just play it out. Underdog fantasy rules. It's half point PPR. That's really all you have to know. 18 people or 18 guys on a roster.
Honestly, this is the biggest thing right here on screen, which is the schedule.
Yeah.
1 through 4,
and then you're whittled down to groups of what, like 12.
So you're in a group of 12. You qualify out of the first 14
top
weeks.
2, right? Move on.
I believe, and then it's 15, 16, 17 are all their separate contests. Each week you will advance. I believe it's top 2 and then top 1. I would have to confirm that.
Yeah, and then it's. I mean, again, the fun thing is you draft a bunch of these, you put them on the back burner, and then those last couple of weeks, you get an incredible sweat if you can get to the finals.
You know what it does? It really it fills in nicely as out of nowhere. It's like the future sweats you get at the end of a season. It's very much like that. Week 14, all of a sudden you got this thing that shows up, and you're sweet, and you can't affect it at all. But it's just for tracking purposes only.
And if for first place is 2 million, second place is $1 million, but you can still do all right, especially if you get to that final tournament. It is pretty top heavy prize pool. I think 10th place, you're still cashing, 11th through 20th, you're still cashing 6 figures, which would be, or 11th through 15th, you're still cashing 6 figures, which would be awesome. But even if you don't, like, I think if you get to the second round, you're cashing like $100. So
I'll be honest. I think they did a fairly good job of like making the top end pretty strong while also the top 112,000 people
get your money back.
Sorry, top. Yeah, exactly. Top 100 and that's crazy.
Yeah, which is there's 670,000 in there, so
top 20%.
Yeah, top 20,
top 18%.
Yeah, and you get your money back, and then of course use the promo code SGPN because you could get up to, with the deposit bonus, you could get up to $1,000 bonus cash and essentially get 40 shots at being a fantasy football millionaire, which is pretty damn cool if I do say so myself. And we will. I see Making Bacon talking in the chat. The schedule has not been released yet for the NFL. We will do a schedule release show. We've been doing some early fun futures. Tomorrow show we are going to be doing with the Laddie Daddy, aka CJ Sullivan, breaking down some of the first quarterback to start odds. That's a really fun market. We already did Rookie of the Year last year, so as we go along, we'll be doing our futures, and then leading up to 32 NFL team previews to get you ready for the summer. And then it's
Sean,
football season.
I think if all goes well this week, we should have the schedule for all the college previews and NFL previews set up, and the schedule release that you were referring to. The schedule release is Wednesday the 14th. We will be doing an episode either that night or the next day, breaking it down. I don't know. We'll have to figure out a fun way to. Everyone does the same thing and talks about the schedule. Oh, look at this team. They got a hard stretch of stuff. Oh, look at this team. They got an easy stretch.
And Ryan, as someone who's done a ton of these drafts, you like to week what was it, like week 15, because that was the first week of the playoffs. You like to stack some of your players sometimes once the schedule's released.
Well, so this is the tricky part about this like 2-week period where you're drafting without awareness of how to stack for the weeks that matter. So what do? I think you just lean into division stacks because you're getting 2 of those games. One of them generally does show up towards the end of the season.
Yeah,
so I think you gamble in that way.
And the thought on the division stacks are to advance on some of these tournaments. You want to be able to have the you want to have obviously some of the outlier games. And to your point, Ryan, now without knowing the schedule, it's tougher to
Just
do.
Think DFS. You want to stack games, so if you get division rivals, you're getting 2 games where you're going to get a stack.
And I mean, look at the NFL schedule. They always play a bunch of division games in December, so there's a decent chance one of those division games will happen during the playoffs, and then you get a nice little boost there.
All right. So since we did the first draft, a couple things I updated my information bank.
Okay.
I think stacking is still good. That's one thing we learned. Still want to stack. So if you have a quarterback, you want to at least single stack it, probably double stack it. 3 might be too much. Something to note. So if you're triple stacking, it probably needs to include the running back, and you're just buying the entire team. I'd also say that based on some data from last year, it's suggesting more running backs and more tight ends than normal. So 2, 6, 6, 3. I'm doing the bad math. 2, 2, 6, 7, 3. Is that 18? Yeah.
Okay.
I think that would be optimal. Maybe you drop to 5. I don't know. We're not big with the running backs.
All right, let's get into the draft. Before we do, of course, shout out to Edge Boost. Edge Boost is the first ever bank account built for bettors, ensuring all gambling transactions are approved, no usage fees, no minimums, earn cash back rewards, 100% approval for all betting related deposits. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet. Use the promo code SGPN. Just use some of my Edge Boost rewards. It's a nice little bonus. And again, you're already going to be using this card. You avoid a bunch of these dumb fees that you hate paying. Deposit $25 and Edge Boost will match the deposit. Just go to edgeboost.bet and use the promo code SGPN. And of course, shout out as always to mybookie.ag, your place to bet on every sport, including the NBA playoffs. Use that promo code SGPN. 100% match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. Mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. Kramer, let's do it. Let's hop into the best ball draft. And again, if you're watching live, youtube.com/sportsgambling podcast, you can draft with us. If you do get in the draft and you're in the chat, let us know. And yeah, shout out to Andrew Robb, a friend of the program.
Oh no, don't do this one. Okay. Don't do this one.
Pointing out that it is nice that Underdog gives us a 20-second option now. I feel like 20 seconds is plenty, right? We don't need we don't need more than.
Well, who does it help to have longer? Donkeys.
Yes, exactly.
My thoughts on drafts in general, like especially when it comes to slow drafts, is the more time you have, the more that my edge is going to be eroded. So if you're a gut handicapper, you like less time.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at the chat. A guy named Rage Quit saying taking a nice dump right now. I realized.
What's up, bro?
When I was on my high school buddies. We did the golf trip out in Arizona. It's very much a guy's trip where you announce, "Hey, I'm going to take a guys. Right. I'm going to go take a massive shit."
Enter. There are 11 spots.
Okay.
Continue.
Yeah.
Announcing your shit.
Yes. I asked my wife, I'm like, when you go on a girls trip, does everyone announce that they're going to take a massive shit? She said no. So my instincts were correct, Ryan. And there are differences between men and women. I know some people disagree with that assessment, but show me a girls trip. Show me a girls trip where they announce they're taking massive dumps, and maybe some degenettes. And we do have some degenettes, some hardcore chicks who listen to Sports Gambling Podcast. Maybe they are the ones that are announcing that kind of thing.
That is a disgusting act.
Yeah, maybe, or they just like they go off and I'm gonna go powder my
freshen up.
AK take a huge dump.
Serial already talking about Jadon Blue to be the next Tony Pollard. Are you worried about Jaden Blue, Kramer?
I mean, the draft nerds like him.
Yeah, of course they do.
We'll see. I'm not really. The Cowboys aren't really on my radar right now.
We do have 4 spots left in the draft, so if you want to hop in, get on in. Water is warm, and yeah, good times.
Are the Cowboys on your radar?
What do you mean? No.
I feel like until Dak and Jerry are gone.
Yeah, they're just basically stuck on repeat. And for all teams besides like the Washington Redskins, the Dallas Cowboys, I feel bad for you when you have a bad owner because you just can't win with a bad owner. I mean, the Dan Snyder era is a great example. As soon as they get rid of Daniel Snyder, all of a sudden they get Jaden Daniels. All of a sudden they're in an NFC Conference Championship game. Tell me that is not related. So you just can't, as an organization, if your owner's bad. I do believe Jerry Jones is a bad owner, even though the Cowboys, it's hilarious. They end up doing well in the draft, and then they can't figure out how to resign.
It's impressive how poorly they've done, considering how well they've done in the draft. 3 spots left. Have you done any drafts on the side, Sean?
Any
sneaking off and doing some
personal drafts?
Yeah, you
no,
know.
I like to save my I like to save my takes here for the airwaves. But yeah, no, I think once the summer truly gets going, then I'll start firing off
sneaking
some more.
in.
Well, once we get the schedule up, once I get a little locked in on some of the schedule spots that I want to be hammering for the playoff stuff, I feel like I can fire a little bit more. But yeah, this is the most fun way to get ready for the NFL season. And even if you're not a massive fantasy person, I think best ball is the best way to do it. Like, you don't have to manage all the stuff that's annoying about fantasy football is out the window, right?
Well, literally 100% of why anyone hates fantasy.
Yeah.
You draft.
Oh, and arguments about trades. Oh, that's not perfect value. People vetoing trades. That in managed leagues, that's the shit that drives me insane. If 2 consenting adults want to trade fantasy football players and you just don't like the deal and you're going to intervene, who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah. Also,
if you don't think they just they know what they're doing to the point it's going to kill the league, why'd you let them in the league? All right, Kramer, I see you're in the number 3 spot. Our buddy Andrew Robb, TD King 23 in the 2 spot. Nikki Sager, know that name. And I'm all the way back at the 12 spot.
I've heard the 3 spot's not somewhere you want to be.
Really?
Sure,
why is that?
I'm just making fun of fantasy content creators. Everyone's I mean, who do you take? Do you take a running back
at 3?
Yeah.
I think if Saquon's available, I would take him. I mean, I think any of those top 3 picks, you're going to be fine. Chase, Barkley, or Justin Jefferson. But again, Justin Jefferson,
we're not. You're just going to breeze by the something a trend that you've leaned into for many years on this program.
All trends are meant to be broken, right?
Around running backs usage.
Yeah, but Saquon might not.
You absolutely can't draft him with the top 3 picks.
You're going to own 0% of Saquon Barkley.
Maybe. Just like we own zero Christian McCaffrey. I mean, how did all Christian?
Andrew Robb took Saquon Barkley. Jamar Chase goes. Kramer takes Justin Jefferson. Kramer, fine. Your number 3 pick overall relies on JJ McCarthy as starting quarterback.
That's fine.
That's fine.
He's relied on. Yeah, that's fine. He's relied on Sam Darnold. He's relied on Kirk Cousins.
It's true.
It's worked out.
It's a good counter. Bijan Robinson goes. Malik Neighbors. So Ryan, you like Justin Jefferson more than Malik Neighbors?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a.
Thought you're a fan.
They play inside. Oh, if I have the 6th pick or later, I'm drafting Malik Neighbors.
Wow, bold take. He's going 6 overall. You're not even higher than market.
That's not true at all. He's definitely going later than that in most of the drafts. The running backs team
just went 6 today
in this draft. This is the highest I've seen him go in a draft I'm not in.
Jahmyr Gibbs, Puka Nacua, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Christian McCaffrey goes. I do not like what's
the back end's fun though. You can
Ashton Jeanty goes.
You can mess around with pulling off a Brock Bowers if that's something you're into. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Nico Collins, Brian Thomas because it's a division stack like we were talking about earlier. Maybe you're not into Trevor Lawrence, so you skip Brian Thomas and you go AJ Brown.
Yeah, Nico Collins, AJ Brown for me. Yeah, I think that would be an interesting stack though. Brian Robinson, and then you get Travis Hunter, and then Trevor Lawrence. I guess I don't know. Just saying it aloud. I understand it's a new coaching situation, and I hear people. Oh, look what Liam Cohen did for Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield did turn. Was pretty cooked fantasy wise, especially, and has. When put in a good situation, turn things around. Derrick Henry, oh man, I don't want any Derrick Henry. Drake London goes, Devin Achane goes, Brian Thomas goes, Brock Bowers goes. Kramer, you're a few picks away. Be interesting to see what you try and pull off here.
I want to say this is the first time I've really drafted from up here too. We'll see what comes back. Bucky Irving feels like one of those classic like guys who elevates into the second, third round, and then I don't know why I don't feel comfortable taking him. Jonathan Taylor feels like an easier click, but even then, I don't know if I love that pick either.
Josh Jacobs goes, Ladd McConkey. Kramer, you're almost on the clock here.
Yeah, I know which guys I would like to take here.
Really? Who's that?
Well, I'm gonna wait because we know what the draft room likes to do. I see a lot of shields in here.
Jonathan Taylor goes, the guy you just mentioned, Ryan.
Yeah,
they're already snaking you.
All right, so I think I need to go. I definitely want to take. I'm going to step out a little bit, but I want to make sure I get Chase
Brown. Okay, talk me into Chase Brown. They
didn't bring in any running backs. I'm high on this offense. You're going to be able to get Burrow relatively cheap in these drafts because of all the runners. There's a chance. See, I was debating going T Higgins, hoping Chase comes back around, but I find that if I don't, it's the same thing. If I don't draft a running back in the first 3-4 rounds, I feel like the running back room gets weird. So I'm trying to get one in the first 4 rounds. I'm drafting a lot of Chase.
T Higgins, Trey McBride, Bucky Irving. Yeah, T Higgins. I mean, he's a dog.
And now I'll get my pick of receivers here most likely.
Are you gonna try and stack JJ McCarthy with Justin Jefferson, right?
He'll be in the queue.
Kyron Williams goes to Andrew Robb there. Kyron Williams, yeah. Running back situation for the Rams is pretty interesting. Shout out to Andrew Robb though, who turned us on to Puka Nacua rookie year, was pounding the table for him. Marvin Harrison, Garrett Wilson goes.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, Tyreek Hill, or Marvin Harrison. I don't know why I can't draft Tyreek Hill this year. It seems like he's going to be.
Why? Because he's dangling babies out of balconies.
He's going to get suspended this year, right? It feels like he's.
But also, why not draft Tyreek Hill?
Because older. Just give me the second year guy. I'm always going to take a second.
Tyreek Hill's pretty awesome.
Yeah, no,
Devontae Adams, Terry McLaurin
might feel stupid.
I mean, JSN, I like him, and I'm with you. I like some of these second year guys, but it's a massive projection.
I think the projection on JSN is a volume one that's tough to get there when you got Cooper Kupp in the building as well.
Yeah, who's a volume sponge, going to be coming in 100% healthy. JSN goes, Terry McLaurin.
I like that team though, with JSN going a little bit later. 3 receiver. I guess I don't know how I feel about that one. I want to be down on the
team?
Seahawks.
Yeah.
Oh, a team 8.
Okay.
That took Puka, Brian Thomas, and JSN.
Brees Hall goes, Xavier Worthy off the clock.
Yeah, I don't know. That's another one with the Chiefs. It's like you got Rashi right. What's the Rice situation? Worthy seems like he's the guy.
Ugh,
this guy they draft.
I hate this.
Oh, really?
Draft.
This is an interesting time. You probably don't want one of those quarterbacks. Yeah, it's tricky.
Take Josh Allen.
Right. First Josh Allen team of the year. You could go. Let's see. You got. I don't know what you can do here.
Josh Allen, Devontae Smith.
I don't know why. Should have known.
I just
do
don't
you stack them.
I mean,
with,
DJ Moore, Ted McMillan, Rashi Rice, Travis Hunter, Marion Hampton, James Cook. Like these are guys I'm not super excited about in best ball. I guess at that position, I really don't like drafting from this end of the draft.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if you go back and do it again,
we'll see. Things shake up as the year goes on.
Also, your opinion versus the field. I mean, the ADP is probably very wrong right now.
DK Metcalf on the Steelers. Ryan, do you think Pickens gets traded for the Steelers before the season starts?
I mean, it seems like there's a ton of smoke there.
James Cooks goes. DJ Moore goes. Ted McMillan in the 4th round goes. That to me is crazy, Ryan. To me, it's just such a massive projection on the Panthers offense.
One thing I would disagree with is there is a volume aspect. Like, who else is commanding targets
in the Panthers offense?
It didn't work last year.
Guy by the name of Adam Thielen who catches a ton. 2nd-year guy Xavier Legette.
Sure, this guy's a little better than them. So that's the
really.
That's why you draft him as high as you draft him. That's.
Yeah. I don't know. That just feels super high for me.
Well, it's just like this. The ADP on Travis Hunter.
I mean, I get Bryce Young looked good towards the end of the season, but how many passing touchdowns did Bryce Young have, Ryan?
Yeah, no, I agree, but there's optimism there. That's all.
Oh, I know, but I'm questioning it. He had 15 touchdowns.
Travis Hunter going in the 4th round.
He's had 26 passing touchdowns in 2 years. I would not be taking his receiver, which we don't even know is going to be the number 1 guy.
I agree.
In round 4,
I would much rather have Zay Flowers, for example, but Rashee Rice, Travis Hunter, like that, those aren't as definite for me. To me, Cortland Sutton and Zay Flowers are much more obvious.
Well, Sutton, yeah, he's.
But then again, the ceiling, like of the guys that went in that round, who has the ceiling?
Devonta Smith.
Again, I don't love him either, but
Cortland Sutton has a bit of a ceiling, but Peyton wants to pound the rock. You could definitely project that Bo Nix takes a step up in year 2. Joe Burrow goes in round 5. Kramer did not draft him. Jameson Williams goes. Jalen Hurts goes. Ryan.
That was weird. I thought for sure that Joe Burrow would make it. I guess I should have realized the Jamar Chase thing, but
so you took Jalen Hurts, even though his 2 top pass catchers are off the board.
You don't need to stack it. He gets enough rushing stuff.
Okay.
To me, Lamar, Jalen Hurts, and Justin Fields probably don't need to stack. Maybe even Jaden Daniels. Actually, any of the top guys, I don't think you need to stack, but I will stack them. Love the price of Dallas Goedert this year. He's going to be on the team, right?
That would be my projection. Yeah. No, he could be a post June 1st trade.
You think so?
No, that's why I said.
Okay.
I think I've said the entire time, I think he will be on the team. I'm saying hypothetically, there's always a chance he does get traded. I would bet against it. Calvin Ridley, Joe Mixon, Debo off the board.
And this is why I like taking the early running back too, because I feel like when you look at the running backs in this range, it's like gross. It's either you're projecting some rookie or it's some old guy.
Making Bacon saying, "Are we out on receivers over the age of 32?" Cup, OBJ seem to fall off after that age. Well, Odell Beckham Jr. When was the last time he's been relevant in fantasy?
Yeah, I think it's tough to. It's easier in best ball because they'll be cheap and you don't have to worry about starting them. Period. All right, you're up, Sean.
Yeah.
Do you like these picks any better?
No,
it's not getting any better.
I will take Chris. No, I can't take Chris Godwin. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you want, I mean, I won't phone a friend here because I was gonna say Roma Dunze probably is again 2nd year. Always lean on the 2nd year guy if possible.
Roma Dunze, Juwan Jennings. So I'm just loading up with receivers. I got Nico Collins, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Roma Dunze, Juwan Jennings, and then Josh Allen as my quarterback. So I'm gonna have to go 0 RB here, which is fine.
You got to start queuing up those rookie running backs. Even then, there's like it does feel like the rookies are going much higher than you expect them to. It's that time of year. I would imagine some of the ADP on these rookies will kind of sink back down as we get further away from the excitement of the draft, Sean. Everyone's doing their dynasty. I've been carefully muting people posting dynasty drafts.
Alvin Kamara, James Conner, Sam Laporta, Jerry Jeudy, Chuba Hubbard, all off the board. David Montgomery. What are you going to do, Kramer? You're coming up here.
I mean, what's your take on George Pickens?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Do we think he is going to be a Steeler? Do you think he gets traded?
I was looking at Junkins. That's another potential pick there. I don't know. That's a little surprising to me, honestly. It does feel like if he gets traded, he becomes an interesting piece, right? I'll take him. He's my fourth receiver. Not
Snag him with Will Howard.
I like having the quarterbacks you can stack with the receivers you can stack with some of the trash. Have you started making an anytime touchdown list yet this year?
No, I haven't. But there's some interesting tight ends, some long shot rookie running backs. Always, I mean, Cam Scottaboo normally would be a system play, but as you know, he plays for the Giants, and
that's going to be
and part of getting a first touchdown and scoring a touchdown, which has not been the Giants' specialty. Oh, what piece of shit took Khalil Shakir? Oh, it's Andrew Robb.
I was Andrew
Robb. What are you doing?
I didn't think he was going to make it back to you when you went Juwan Jennings over Shakir. I was a little surprised.
Yeah, I should have pulled the trigger.
But go cue Josh Palmer right now. He's going to be their deep ball guy.
All right. Could probably make room for him.
Well, it's a great position to stack with your quarterback is the random deep ball guy. They're very cheap. When they hit, they're going to be hitting for big touchdowns.
Cyril in the chat saying Amarian Hampton over Najee is wild work.
No, it's not. Look at the investment. We talk about this every year. Look at the money invested. Steelers have a lot more invested in Hampton than Najee Harris.
You mean the Chargers?
Sorry, the Chargers.
Well, they have a lot more money invested in
that matters.
Najee.
No, they don't. 100% they do not.
What do you make on a rookie first year deal?
Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. I don't think Najee Harris is making shit.
I thought he had a decent deal, didn't he?
1 year, $5 million.
I thought he got more than that.
Yeah, that's not a investment. So Hampton's the guy.
I don't know about that.
I think there could be a split there.
Yeah,
but Hampton's the guy.
I don't think it's
Hampton's the starter, or at least he's the guy they want to be the starter.
Yeah, but also, I think
I'm also with you. It's kind of early.
I'm taking. I had these guys a lot last year. Give me Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren running it back. This time Najee Harris is on the Chargers, but he is a nice 0 RB dart throw.
Caleb Johnson drafted out of Iowa by the Steelers, so he has a new running mate, Jaylen Warren.
Yeah. But he's shown an ability to produce in a 2-back setup.
There's a little bit more pep in your step after that pick.
Me?
Yeah. That you.
Well, I just like getting Najee and Jalen together.
Yeah.
Getting the band back together. Jalen Reed, Cooper Kupp, Caleb Williams goes. Round 8. Ryan, do you remember what round was Caleb Williams going last year?
Later. Rookie. This is quite early. I mean, Justin Fields is still on the board. Justin Fields is like the benchmark this year. All right, I'm not actually sure what I'm going to do here. Let's see. I'm fairly balanced. I have 2 running backs, a quarterback, and 4 receivers. You always good to have more receivers. Do we? I was looking at Jacoby Myers. I feel like he's massively upgraded with Geno. He might be the best receiver on that team outside of Brock Bowers.
Pacheco, Travis Kelce goes. Travis Kelce in the 8th round. Oh, have the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, the tight ends in general, all tight ends have fallen this year. I think that's a big time story. I mean, oh no, what happened here? Okay. Yeah, I mean, of course I'm going to take
Evan Ingram goes.
Tyrone
Tracy goes. Patrick Mahomes. What's going to be the split between Tyrone Tracy and Cam Scatterbo? Isn't part of what Tyrone Tracy his appeal was the volume?
I mean, he was never really getting a ton of overall ball. The he has the home run hitting ability. That's why you like Tyrone Tracy. I would say he will still be getting. He's a better pass blocker as well. So I think he will be getting minimum 60-40.
Kyler Murray, Josh Downs, all off the board.
Almost considered Kyler to stack with Marvin Harrison there. Almost. Don't think I need to.
Kramer, you're on the clock.
I've been drafting this guy a lot. It might be a little early, but he had so many targets down the stretch for this team. And he was all right, let's
Who did you draft?
Jonnu Smith. Let's role play this. Tyreek Hill has some issues this year.
Yes.
He definitely could lead this team in targets for games. I don't have a tight end yet. So Jonnu Smith.
Over Jalen Waddle, you think?
For games? Yeah, 100%. He led the team in targets last year in games with Tyreek Hill and Waddle was probably hurt.
Jonnu goes to Kramer. Baker off the board.
Trey Harris from the Chargers going in the 9th round. That had to be a mistake by Andrew Robb, right?
You gotta load up on Justin Herbert.
Maybe he's got his cue messed up.
Well, it certainly is the regular season when Justin Herbert likes to shine. A little quarterback run. Baker, Justin Fields, and Jared Goff, all off the board. Ryan, would you take Justin Fields over Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield? Rank those 3 quarterbacks for fantasy purposes only.
Probably not putting Jared Goff near the other 2. Justin Fields, I think the fact that he's going to have some big time running games this year, I think makes him interesting. He's the last of the runners. I don't mind where he's going relative to Baker and Caleb and Patrick Mahomes. The Jared Goff pick is the one that stands out as being wrong, which, I guess we'll find out, but I just, why would you want Jared Goff? He doesn't run at all. It's so hard to want a guy that doesn't run at all, especially as your starter.
Keon Coleman. That's nice for my Josh Allen stack. Feel pretty good about that. And what else are we going to do here?
Do you have a tight end yet?
I don't.
Rookie Tyler Warren's there. If you're into that kind of thing. Evan Ingram, the Joker in Denver, potentially. Oh,
Tucker Kraft.
Was that an auto draft? 20 seconds, Sean.
Well, the back-to-back picks in 20 seconds. I'm fine with he was in my queue.
Okay. That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
So yeah. All right. Tucker Kraft. I do like Tucker
Talk
Kraft
yourself
a lot.
into it.
No, I do like him a lot. And it seems like with all the receiver injuries, a little bit of a turnover there.
Are we worried about the quarterback?
Jordan Love?
Yeah.
You hate Jordan Love way more than I do, right?
No, I'm just worried about him.
I'm not. I mean, he's not getting benched. He puts up decent numbers in the regular season. I don't think he's elite. The Eagles fucked him up, but you could say that for a lot of quarterbacks, including Jaden Daniels. Destroyed him in that game. So yeah.
Whoa, Cam Scatterbo gone. All right.
I mean, Cam Scatterbo in the 10th round. Is this white privilege, Ryan? Cam Scatterbo being drafted in the 10th round.
I mean, no, because he could be the goal line guy, but you generally are betting on goal line guys for offenses that you feel more strongly about, I guess.
Yeah. You don't feel strongly about the Giants offense?
I like Cam Scatterbo. I like pairing him with Tyrone Tracy. It's a nice situation you can put yourself in. Oh boy.
Where are we at with Travis Etienne, Ryan? I feel like he's just what? Dead?
I'm out on him. I'm
dead.
Just out on him. Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to take him, but then who do you take in Jacksonville?
I don't know.
Tank Bigsby's interesting, but then people are saying, "Oh, he's not a pass catching."
Tugboat tootin', baby.
Yeah.
They drafted. I mean, they spent some draft.
Zach Charbonnet goes to our buddy Andrew Robb. I like that pick. Honestly, I do. Cause anytime, I don't know, Zach Charbonnet just has a decent upside, a decent amount of guaranteed work. Obviously, if Kenneth Walker gets hurt, he's going to get just dominate. But yeah, I think he's got a good role for a guy in the 10th round.
Look how late Herbert goes now.
I mean, he does it. He runs a little bit. They must not watch the playoff games if you're drafting Justin Herbert. Oh, Andrew Robb is of course drafted him to pair with his
Trey Harris.
Harris.
He auto drafted, and now he's making a problem worse by reaching on a stack. I thought he was a pro. I took Jordan Mason to go with Aaron Jones. Haven't done this.
Ryan, do I have to take Dalton Kincaid just because of the Bills stack?
It's so late, right? Remember he was going in the 2nd round last year?
Yes. I mean, it is the 11th round. I just don't like his game that much. And Dawson Knox is always
no. I would stack him with a tight end. I guess you can do Knox.
Yeah.
Kincaid has the higher ceiling of like leading the team in targets.
Yeah, I probably should.
JJ McCarthy goes. Come on, guys.
Above Jordan Love.
I'm loaded. That's awesome. I'm loaded.
I know you hate Jordan Love, Ryan, but come on, that's crazy.
He was going to be my backup.
He's a rookie quarterback coming off a horrible injury.
All right. Didn't see that curveball coming.
Christian Kirk goes.
Did not see that curveball coming. But yeah, I mean, to your earlier point on Green Bay or Jacksonville, it does seem like they drafted Tootin. They've said a lot of things about Tootin. They don't seem invested in ETN. Tank Bigsby was the old coaching staff's like darling.
But I think Tank Bigsby. I'm probably going to draft him here.
Okay. My concern with
Ramondre goes.
I would be worried that he was a favorite of the last coaching staff.
Yeah, but also this dude's a dog. He's just tough to get off the field. All right, give me Dalton Kincaid, you pussy. Catch more than 2 touchdowns this year. And Tank Bigsby. Tank Bigsby won me so much money last year with his 2 touchdown games. 7 touchdowns. Doug Peterson didn't want to play Tank Bigsby.
No,
you just couldn't take him off the field. Ryan, this is a great reason why you should not draft Ted McMillan that early.
Continue your point.
Bryce Young, QB 24. Why would you take his? We don't know Ted McMillan. It's not guaranteed he's going to be the number 1 option. And Bryce Young supposedly has a running upside, and yet he's the 24th drafted quarterback. If Ted McMillan is so awesome, why would you not draft his quarterback higher?
Yeah, I mean, you probably had the same argument last year with Malik Neighbors. There's the people are thinking he's going to get an obscene volume. And so if you disagree because they have this stable of receivers, then
yeah,
that's fair.
All right, I guess that's a good counter, but I
think part of the reason
Malik
they
Neighbors
went
is a better talent than Ted McMillan.
Oh, 100%. And that could ultimately be the difference. But I think when you go and get a guy like this, you're clearly unhappy with the way. I mean, they were still one of the worst teams in the league at getting open. The receivers, you look at the separation numbers, even with your boy Adam Thielen.
Well, Adam Thielen got injured. It's unfortunate, but he got injured.
Yeah. All right, we'll give Jalen Hurts his stack with Dallas Goedert all the way in the 12th round. Sean, doesn't that seem a little late?
Yeah.
What is it? Why is he not getting the respect? Kyle Pitts still on the board, by the way. So is Adam Thielen.
Well, Kyle Pitts, they don't know what they're gonna do with him.
Well, you're doing some deep studying over there, huh?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Why are you saying that?
No, I'm just you look at you're getting in close to your monitor. You're looking at some information.
I was just double checking that someone drafted Brock Purdy. I thought that was a little crazy.
Is that a mistake, you think?
In the 12th round, I was considering. I'm like, oh, Brock Purdy has to be available. I was thinking of pairing him with Juwan Jennings, but
oh my God, I did not think someone was going to take Ray Davis right from underneath my.
I thought I was going to be able to get him.
Taking old. I'm welcoming some old regulars back to the squad. Tyler Algier. I have like all these backup running backs just queued up right now. Give me the story on Will Shipley.
Yeah. This is the number 2 back.
Do they like him?
Yeah.
Did they bring any running backs in, and did they sign or draft any to replace him or to like give him some competition? Kenneth Gainwell no longer on the team, of course.
I don't think they brought in anyone else. Yeah, it's just Shipley, AJ Dillon, who I would be very surprised.
AJ Dillon's on the team.
Yeah, he was on the team last year, but he didn't really see anything.
He's of action. He's kind of
Keenan Allen, Cedric Tillman, Josh Palmer. Oh, Josh Palmer got snake, Kramer.
I told you to get him.
Shouldn't we be drafting? Oh my God. I was literally going to say, shouldn't we be drafting Braylon Allen just in case Brees Hall gets traded?
New coaching staff. Oh, they're not going to trade Brees Hall, right?
I don't.
That story has always seemed.
I mean,
crazy.
Jets doing something stupid. You can never rule it out.
It's fair.
I just need more running backs. I got jack shit in the running back.
Yeah, it's there. There's not a good. The running backs remaining too. You're praying. Like, who are you even looking at? This is not a good situation.
Rashad White.
Okay,
it's not horrible.
I mean, per the draft, Bucky Irving went in the second round. So
yeah,
I think
I'll take a dice roll on Sampson, the rookie from the Browns.
Okay.
Oh, damn it. Why didn't I take this guy? All right.
Your Q wasn't optimized. Missed out on a good value. Was it Wendell Robinson? Dak goes right after you, Sean.
It was not Wendell Robinson. Michael Penix goes. I think Michael Penix. I think is getting drafted a little late.
Yeah, I mean, there's potential there. I mean, Kyle Pitts also going late. Drake London very depressed off of what he was getting drafted last year. Man, I'm looking at these players and it's just not good anywhere.
I got a steal late that I'm going to be pretty excited. I'll be pretty surprised if he doesn't make it.
Yeah. What do I have? So I have 5 running backs, 1 quarterback, 5 receivers, 2 tight ends.
I have 1 quarterback. I have 5 running backs. I have 6 receivers, 2 tight ends. But my running backs suck. Is it crazy to have 7 running backs?
No, not the worst idea if they truly do suck.
Ty Johnson, is he worth drafting?
I don't know. Oh, and I was looking at Noel. So I was staring down the barrel of. All right, I'm gonna dig into the board. I like this guy.
Oh, God damn it, you fucking piece of shit.
Yep. Jalen
Wright, number 1 on my queue. He is a very sneaky play.
Well, I mean, I think he's 2 on the depth chart right now behind Achan. That running game cooks. And now I almost feel like I have to take a receiver. You know what? We're just going to fire on some fun rookie options.
Ryan, shout out to Rhythm. Looking to dominate the NBA playoffs. Well, of course, fire up your old Rhythm app, get in over there and start firing away. Great for player props, sides, totals. Rhythm has you covered, including the 7-day free trial. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Let's rattle off some props. Jalen Brunson under 27.5 points. Rhythm likes. Knicks at Celtics should be a fun game 1 matchup there. Joker under 9.5 assists. Pretty good one. And yeah, it's I mean these tools are really great. It's one thing to do what I do some handicapping, but Rhythm is great to have that data to back up your hunches, to know you're on the right path. Use that promo code SGPN 25, get 25% off monthly. SGPN 50 for 50% off annual. Make the robots do the heavy lifting. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. I need a second quarterback. Of course, it's going to be a guy who could get you 2 rushing touchdowns in a game. Anthony Richardson.
Chat was trying to help you out too, by the way.
How so?
Giving you a running back to take a stab on.
What was that?
Nick Chubb.
Ooh. Now we're talking.
5, 4.
Great call. Now that is the ultimate dart throw, but I love it. Great call, chat. Appreciate it. So yeah, AR-15 and Nick Chubb in the 15th and 16th round. Are we kidding? So yeah, I got 6 receivers. My receivers are good. 2 tight ends.
What round are we in? You probably want one more receiver. Like find something that either correlates with a quarterback.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay. I'd rather take someone young.
Ooh, what about a Donnie Mitchell?
Yeah, there you go.
Could be fun.
First round talent. Would it be diabolical to have Quinn Ewers as my backup for this team? I have Jonnu Smith and Jalen Wright. Tua gets banged up.
No, well, it's pretty dumb to draft a quarterback. That was in the 7th round of the actual NFL draft. I mean, there's a decent. Now, if Quinn Ewers doesn't make the team, can he go back to college?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think they have the rules around that anymore, right? All right, I
do like Jalen Wright as a late round steal. I'm pissed at
I tell myself 3 tight ends every time. Give me Pat Fryermuth.
Ooh, okay.
Man, I'm also on 6 receivers. It does feel like I need something here. Tyler Lockett in Tennessee. What are your thoughts on that?
No, thanks.
No,
I lost enough on the Tennessee offense. Although Chigozimo Okonkwo, God, that bastard! How did he only get 2 touchdowns last year? Got 1 in the first game. I was gonna say, I bet the fantasy sharps are gonna take Jatavian Sanders, and wouldn't you know it, Andrew Robb snakes him away.
Cam Ward, kind of interesting that he's.
I feel like he went much higher.
Yeah,
he's going round 17. Didn't he go way higher?
I was digging around
draft?
looking for stacks, and I'm like, well, I could go Will Howard to go with my Steelers, but I should take Cam Ward. I have a receiver for you because I don't think I'm going to be able to draft him.
Okay.
He plays for your favorite or second favorite AFC team. I'm not sure how they rank nowadays between the Bills and the Broncos. Sean, well, I'll wait a couple more picks.
Curtis Samuel.
May as well take him. Absolutely not Curtis Samuel.
Kadeem Prather.
Oh, and he already went. Pat Bryant for Denver. Never mind.
Oh, come on, Ryan. This is crazy. You're telling me you can draft Taysom Hill right now?
Yeah, get him.
Why would you not take Taysom Hill? Guy will get he'll get you a couple touchdowns. All right, and for my last pick, yeah, give me a Donnie Mitchell. It's always funny reading their last like news thing. Held catchless in win.
No, Mitchell's a good one there because it's like people are completely out on him after 1 year. Pittman, he's still like Alec Pierce got the deep stuff, but he's got more talent, you would think. Noah Gray going to go undrafted. That's a lot of confidence in Travis Kelce. So I have Jalen Hurts, Cam Ward, Chase Brown, Aaron Jones, Tyrone Tracy, Jordan Mason, Tyler Algier, Jalen Wright, Justin Jefferson, Marvin Harrison, Zay Flowers, George Pickens, Jalen McMillan, Jalen Royals from the Chiefs. Fun little dart throw there. Jonnu Smith, Dallas Goedert, Pat Fryermuth. And I will be stacking a Tennessee receiver. Who do I go with? Do I go with Treylon Burke, someone that Cam Ward mentioned as one of the top route runners?
Sure. Yeah. Why not? He likes him.
Do I go with Tyler Lockett, professional wide receiver they brought in?
Yeah.
That feels like the move.
A vet.
Or do I bring in the guy that Cam Ward said go sign this guy, Xavier Restrepo from Miami, where his #1 target in college? I think I'm going to go Tyler Lockett. Always been a good Tyler Lockett guy.
Yeah, he's
not going somewhere to not catch passes.
All right, here's my roster: Josh Allen, AR-15 at the quarterback position, running back Najee Harris, Jalen Warren, Tank Bigsby, Rashad White, Dylan Sampson, Nick Chubb. So my running backs kind of suck, but receivers: Nico Collins, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Rome Odunze, Jawan Jennings, Keon Coleman, Adonai Mitchell. Rome Odunze, I
Love
mean,
him.
year 2,
Like
he's a
him
year
more
2
than
guy that's not getting a lot of chatter. I feel like.
well, yeah. I mean, DJ Moore is going like 2 rounds ahead of him.
Yeah,
I like it.
and then Tucker Kraft, Dalton Kincaid, Taysom Hill,
Doing a high
tight
stakes one over on FFPC and just took him in the 5th round. I'm with you, Roma Dunze.
Yeah, he kind of fell into my lap, but I'm in on him. All right, Kramer, you want to talk a little National Basketball Association?
Sure.
Well, you're the one who want to give out some picks. What do you like?
All right, so
NBA Monday nights, couple games. What are you doing?
Well, we discussed the Celtics rolling in the series. It is a big point spread. We're just going to take again. It is the spring too. Totals only tonight. Under in the Boston New York game.
Really?
Absolutely. I've been listening to the streets. Fade. That was a fade.
213 total sitting at
213, and then what's the nightcap? Denver, OKC. You have to take Oklahoma City.
Yeah. Now I've been one who's I play the wheel with Oklahoma City first quarter, first half, full game. I'm not doing it here because.
Do you play when you do that? Do you play flat units on all of them, or do you go up as you go?
No.
Okay.
Because.
No, I agree. It's annoying when you like have the units thrown out wrong. If you don't go 3-0,
I think you just, and if you do go 2-1, it's usually because you lose the first quarter, but for the most part, because if you win the first quarter, you're usually pretty good for the first half, first game, like especially with this Thunder team, who is probably the best team to play the wheel on. And they're just a dominant team ATS in general. Now you have like a tired ass Nuggets team who had to play 7 games. And certainly they were cruising against the Clippers. You know, we saw what Cleveland did, and that makes me feel a little less good about the Celtics. I am laying the 9 with the Celtics. We talked about that with Scott, but I will also lay the points with the Thunder, keeping it chalky here. Game 1. The fact that Cleveland came out and laid an egg against the Pacers, that was pretty surprising.
Oklahoma City's gonna. They're rolling.
Oklahoma City they're on another level. So, but the thing with Boston though is they can mess up and lose a game. If they win this game 1, I think Knicks are live for game 2 because we see this all the time with the Celtics. They go 4-1 in all these series where they mess up one of those 2 first games. Hopefully it's not game 1 because I do like them game 1 laying the points. But yeah, give me Oklahoma City laying the 9.5.
Would you like the splits?
Sure. I always like to hear what Joe.
43% of the bets, but 73% of the handle on the Thunder. That seems interesting to me.
Well, Ryan, you pointed out what was the splits for the Clippers game?
Yeah, everyone was everyone was fading the Clippers, and they were right.
Yeah, that was. I mean, and a shout out to everyone who was on the Nuggets there. The handicap for me was, oh man, this Clippers team game 7 at elevation. And I think it's easy to make fun of Harden, which is why I enjoy doing it. But Kawhi Leonard kind of got a free pass. He was, it's not like he was putting the team on his back. And someone tweeted out, he found the cheat code. He doesn't have fans. He doesn't go online. He has games like that and no one cares because no one's attacking him because he doesn't ever like get involved in it. He doesn't have any there's no Kawhi stands for people to attack. There's no one defending him.
He created load management. We should hate Kawhi Leonard, but he is
a cool ass dude though. I think that's why he's tough to hit.
Yeah. It's almost like he came back from the future with knowledge of how to just have a very long career where you're making top dollar and you're getting no criticism.
What it do, baby?
Well, having Harden on your team is a big. It's like having you're in the forest with a group of friends. You don't have to be the fastest friend. You just have to not be the slowest when the bear comes chasing you.
And I think
James Harden is the slowest every time.
Well, I mean, even back in my days going out to bars trying to pick up chicks, there was always one girl that was like, you know, kind of the icebreaker one. If someone had to fall on a grenade,
the safety net.
Yeah.
Safety net. You know, when you're falling, you don't want to hit the ground. So,
well, the move was to like talk her up a little bit. You know, work your way in, kind of not totally fake her out, but show some respect and interest into her, and then you can work your way up the hot friends. Because if you just go for the hottest chick in the friend group, they know to protect her because that's like a valuable asset.
Well, yeah,
it's luring in the other guys.
It's literally,
if she gets like siphoned off from the group, then their value plummets.
Yeah, no one has any value in the friend group that isn't the most attractive, most popular one. In fact, the other people are only in the friend group because the hot one let them in.
Well, and the hot one likes to bring in the unattractive because it makes them look that much.
Trust me, I'm dealing with this firsthand with daughters. It's, I mean, for those who are like this, like women building up and supporting other women is the biggest crock of shit in the universe. It is unbelievable how much pain and suffering women cause other women. Grown women on, you know, younger teenage girls on each. It's insane. I mean, men are getting a bad rap out there, Sean.
I like it, Ryan. That's kind of
like if the human race never evolved, the women would be the one eating the young, in my opinion, especially if the young is a female.
Oh my God.
Definitely that.
Great thought to go out on.
Yeah.
What do we got coming up this week? We got next quarterback starting odds, which is always a fun market to break down with CJ Sullivan.
Yep.
We got a little whiskey football episode with the Marks.
Little departure from the norm there.
From the Old Fashioned Football podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. It would be good to chat with them.
We have a UFL episode obviously on the books. Week 7. We're already we're more than halfway through the season. Sean.
Ryan, you buried the lead. I went 4-0 with UFL sides once again.
That's your lead.
Imagine a handicapper giving out for free.
Yeah.
Every pick against the spread correctly 2 out of 3 weeks where you go undefeated on sides.
I don't know. You know,
how is that not major news? So it's a shame.
Well, you know what, Sean?
A joke
we got an open episode this week. Let us know what you want us to break down in the NFL futures market.
Hit us up over on X at Gambling Podcast. Email address always open, podcast@sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Toss us a nice rating and review. Always huge, moves the needle for us, helps us keep all the content free here on Sports Gambling Podcast Network, aka SGPN.
If you're feeling charitable, also commenting on videos.
Yes.
It's the number one thing the algorithm likes.
Loves it. And I will respond to the comments. So youtube.com/Sports Gambling Podcast. Like, subscribe, smash that subscribe button. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, Second the Money Green. He's Ryan.
Cam Ward and Jalen Hurts on the same team, Sean.
Kramer, let it ride.